Hi, welcome. I'm Robin. This is week 2 of Peaceful Strength, and we've been working all the way up to crow pose, Bakasana, which we'll do with some modifications. You don't really need anything, but if you have a block or something you can place in between your inner thighs, like we've been working with the squats, we're going to start off with that as a warm-up. So you can grab that, and if you have a cushion or a blanket or something you can place if you're afraid of this posture. I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. Where if you're afraid of falling on your face, if you place something soft beneath your head, maybe it'll take some of the fear out. So you can grab that, or you can use it, this is pretty large for me, but in between your inner thighs to take your squat. All right, I'll set that aside. Come to stand at the top of your mat. Have the prop, if you're using it, set on the ground. Just come into your breath, this moment of peace to start. Just notice how you're feeling in your body. And take your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra and set an intention for your practice. This is a short practice, but it's always good to have an intention or maybe a dedication in mind. Take a deep breath in and then let it go. Exhale. Good. And release your hands down by your side. We'll do a half sun A. Inhale, sweep your arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, dive forward. You can soften your knees here and shake your head when you get down. Inhale, take a half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Look around on your mat for your prop. Grab it and roll up one vertebra at a time with your head coming up last. Good. Grab whatever you have, if you're using it, in between your inner thighs. And if you have a block, there are 3 different widths. I'm using the narrowest width, but the middle width might work better for you, or the larger width. Okay. So my feet are parallel under my hips. We've been doing these so they'll seem familiar. We're going to inhale, hinge at our hip crease, sit back. Exhale, stand, squeeze the block, squeeze your glutes. Again, inhale and exhale. Keep going. Your weight shifts into your heels. Your knees track with the center of your feet. Warming up through your arms and your legs, your glutes, your core, good, your pelvic floor muscles. Keep going. Exhaling as we lift, really pulling up and in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Remove the block. Notice your heart rate. Maybe it's increased. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold in half, hinging at your hips. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, step back, down dog. Pressing the floor away. You can pedal out through your heels or bend your right knee and reach your left heel to the floor, and then switch nice and slow or faster. Good. One more breath here. And then look at your hands, look towards your hands, and bring your knees down to the mat. All right, cat-cow. Bring your wrist creases underneath your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Press the floor away, round your back, cat. Inhale, lift your tailbone, lower your belly, pull your heart forward, cow. Again, exhale, cat, warming up through the spine. Inhale, cow. And you can keep going like this, or you can add in some circles, warming up a little bit more through the wrists as you shift forward and back. And sway side to side. You can turn your hands, as we've been doing in upper body day, to the outsides of our mat. Fingers point out and shift side to side, or even in towards our body with our palms down, and move through cat-cow here, or shift forward and back. Not forcing anything, just gently warming up through the hands, the wrists, the forearms. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then with your fingers pointing towards the top of your mat, I like to have my index finger facing the top of the mat, so my wrist creases are parallel, but my hands are turned out just a little bit. You're going to send your right leg back and lift it up, spiraling your inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Your toes point down. To bring that right knee towards your right tricep, your upper arm. Send it back. Again, exhale, draw it in, pull that belly in. Inhale, send it back. 1 more, exhale. And inhale, send it back. Lower it back down, switch. Send your left leg back. Pressing the floor away with your hands, and then lift that leg up, squeezing your glutes, spiraling your inner thigh up so your hip doesn't open up to the side. Your hips stay level. And then from here, as you exhale, draw that left knee in towards your upper arm. Send it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Send it back. 1 more, left knee, left tricep. Hug it in and send it back and release. Open your knees wide, bring your big toes together, sink your hips back towards your heels for a child's pose. Take a big stretch, reaching your arms forward, bringing your head down to the mat or maybe to your prop. You can tent up on your fingers here, opening up through your shoulders. Lengthening your spine. Another breath. And then tent up on your fingers if you haven't. Look forward towards your fingertips. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Stretch your left hip back towards your left heel. Feel a big stretch in the side body. Stay active here. And then walk through center over to the left, staying up on the fingertips, looking towards the fingers, reaching that right hip towards your right heel. Feeling the stretch in the side body as you pull in your belly, lift up through your pelvic floor muscles, and then come back through center and release. Head down to the mat. You can keep your arms forward, or you can bring your hands down by your sides with your palms up and rest your shoulders for a moment. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. And then come forward on your belly with the tops of your feet on the mat and your hands down by your sides. Your nose just to a hover. My palms are facing down, but your palms can face up here too. Take your shoulders and draw them away from your ears. Wake up your back muscles. Pull your low belly in. Gently press your pubic bone down. And then inhale, lift your chest up, your head in line with your spine. Feel your back muscles. Stay here, or maybe lift your legs up as well, really finding that extension through the whole body. Maybe reach the arms out. You can clasp your hands behind your back and breathe. Opening up through the front body here. One more inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down. Place your hands by your low ribs with your wrists underneath your elbows. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. If it's too much, you can keep your knees down. We're going to come up to plank pose. Press into your hands. Hug your elbows in towards your ribs. Slowly or faster, lift up to a plank. Lift your hips down, dog. Again, roll forward to a plank. Lift your hips down, dog. One more, roll forward. Pause, press that floor away, head in line with your spine, lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. You've got it. And breathe. Triceps back towards your feet for 3, 2, 1, down dog. And then look forward to your hands. And you're going to take your right foot to the outside of your right hand and your left foot to the outside of your left hand. You could turn your heels in and your toes out a little bit and come to Malasana Yogi Squat. I'm going to turn towards you. You can also sit on your block here as we did on leg day. Pressing your elbows in towards your thighs, your inner thighs, your thighs in towards your elbows, so you feel a resistance there. Weight is in your heels. You could lift your toes up. If your heels are popping up, you can adjust the distance in between your feet to try to get your heels down. If they don't make it, don't worry about it. Just see what is possible for your body. And breathe. 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath. Good. And then place your hands down on the mat. If you're sitting on something, set it to the side. Bring your heels together and your toes apart in a little toe squat position. And keep hugging your knees in towards your arms. Rounding your back like a Halloween cat. I'll turn towards the side. All right, so this is the first place you need to be for crow pose, and you could stay right here. This could be your crow, not putting any weight at all into your hands, or you can also do this lying down on your back as we did on abs day, core day. Or you could take your pillow and place it in front of you. Lift your butt up higher, knees in towards your armpits or on the outsides of your triceps. I like it more in towards my armpits. And look forward. Keep looking forward, extending your spine, and stay here with a little bit more weight into your hands. And breathe, pulling in that low belly. Another breath. And then lower down, release. Come to a seat, maybe sitting on your shins, shake out through your wrists. All right, now grab your block. If you have it, we're going to use it as a little perch. So you're going to take your feet in that same toe squat position. And now it's easier to get your knees into your armpits. And you can move the pillow wherever you think you need it. You're not really going to use it. And it's not very far to fall anyway, but you don't want to hurt yourself and you want to feel confident. So from here, your fingers are spread just like chaturanga. Your triceps are facing back towards your body. You're going to look forward, lean forward, pull in your belly. Feel the weight on your upper arms, but really use your belly here. You don't want to bruise yourself. And then as you lean forward, maybe just lift one heel towards your glutes. Send it back. Maybe the other heel towards your glute. Send it back. Maybe both heels. You've got it. And then whenever you need, release. All right. So how are you doing? Shake out through your wrists. We're going to try it again, if you would like, without the prop. Now, true crow pose, Bakasana, your arms are straight. We're keeping a bend here, so it's more Bakasana, crow pose instead of crane pose. But we'll have to start somewhere, and I'm still working on straightening my arms. So here we go. Elbows hug in, pull your seat up, look forward, lean forward. Maybe lift one heel up, maybe both. And breathing, pulling your pelvic floor in. Fingertips press into the mat, scooping in your belly. Nice long neck. And then whenever you need, set it back down. Roll out through your wrists, maybe interlace your hands here. All right, so that is crow pose. From there, you can learn how to shoot it back, or from the back of your mat, like in a short down dog, come forward right into your crow. Lots of variations on that, but start small if you haven't done it before. And it takes time to build strength. And even if you're not lifting your feet at all off the mat, just pulling your belly in, rounding your back, you could stay here. When you get a little bit more confident, then you could work to just lift one at a time off. And then as time goes, both heels come in towards your butt. All right, so that's it for crow pose. We're going to do a little bit of a cool down. So come to your knees. Lift your left arm up, rotate through your wrist, extend through your fingers, and then thread it through behind your right wrist, coming down maybe to your pillow, widening through your sitting bones. You can take that, your right hand, and gently pull on your left arm to find a little bit more stretch, not forcing it. And you can keep your right hand right under your shoulder. You can extend it forward, or you can take it behind your back in a half bind and open up through your chest. One more breath here. And then bring your right hand back under your shoulder, press into your hand, sweep that left arm back up and lower it down, switch sides. Lift your right arm up, open up through your fingers, roll out through your wrist, and then thread it through right behind your left wrist, coming down to your pillow, to the side of your face, to your block. Maybe rolling a little bit more onto that right shoulder. Maybe taking that left hand behind your back and opening up through your chest. Feeling the twist, feeling the opening. One more breath. Then place your hand back under your shoulder. Sweep that right arm back up and release. All right, good. Come to a seat for meditation, or you can lie down on your back. You can sit up on your prop or your pillow. Reach your arms up over your head. Lower your right arm down, side bend. Maybe even coming down to your forearm. I didn't show it, but you can also try crow pose on your forearms. I find it harder to do, but your face is a lot closer to the mat. So you can play with that too. Come back up, side bend the other way. And you don't have to be down on your forearms, you could be up higher. Both sitting bones down. Inhale, back up to center. Open up your arms wide. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your hands. Maybe look up. Opening up through your chest. Sweep your arms back up. Bend your left elbow. Hold on to it with your right hand. Tricep stretch. Lift both arms up, switch. Shifting your head back. And then reach your arms up and lower them down. Roll your shoulders up and back and forward. And then take your hands to your legs, close your eyes. Or lie down on your back if that's more comfortable. Your palms could be down if you need a little bit more grounding after that lifting up. Or your palms could be up if you need some more energy. Take a few moments to scan your body and notice how you feel. Feeling your strength, your power, your peace. Feeling all the beautiful energy swirling in your body. Noticing your breath slow. Taking those full breaths all the way down. And releasing all that air as you exhale. And take your hands to your heart center, holding your intention or dedication within your palms. Thank you so much for being here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the class, how the week went for you, building up towards crow pose. Let me know what else you would like to learn and do, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope to see you for the next class.